Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Zach, and right now, it's been almost 2 weeks exactly since I actually had my iPhone 8 Plus. And I think it's time for a review. So a lot of people, when they look at the iPhone 8 Plus, they think it's exactly the same thing as the 7 and 7 Plus, except maybe slight differences visibly. External has the same looking chassis, same shape, slightly thicker, not really much to notice. And yeah, it has a glass back. But internally, it's much faster with that A11 chip, especially with iOS 11 right now. My take on iOS 11, there's quite a bit of bugs, especially at first. I feel like it was one of those things that Apple released kind of before it should have been. Like, it didn't tune out those bugs before releasing it to the public. Like, it's still in beta. But it is improving very fast. Apple's on it all the time, making these constant updates back and forth. So those of you who actually have iOS 11, you'll notice they have iOS 11.01, 0.02, 0.03 within like, a couple weeks? Just the point is that they're finding all those nooks and crannies and all those little bugs that you are aware of and fixing them fast. Yeah, they should have waited a little bit longer before releasing them, but that's Apple. One thing I really have to say I absolutely love about the new iOS 11 is the screen recording. You just swipe up, hit screen recording, gives you 3 seconds before it starts recording your screen and everything you do on that screen. It's absolutely fantastic. Like, for example, if you want to show somebody how to do something on the iPhone, but you're not physically present then, you know the struggle in thinking, how can you help them when you're not actually there? You don't know what they're looking at. I slide up, hit screen record, wait 3 seconds, then I'm right on my phone, going step by step on how you do it. And then after that, I just do it and save right into my photos and videos, and I send it right to them. It makes it that much easier to do. That's fantastic in my book. Another great thing that Apple has done, video quality and the camera quality. You can now shoot at 1080, 240 frames per second in slow-mo. Look at this little example right here. Like, you see the ring just spinning around and around and around. See how slow it goes right there? Or how about this? This cup of water right here. It just, wait a second, oh, it's empty. Oh, look at that water in slow motion. It's almost like a liquid. I don't have the best examples for the slow-mo, but it's just the fact that we can actually are able to do that now is amazing. And not just that, the actual quality itself, like for actual recording videos like this one. You can actually shoot in 4K, 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second. And I know what you're thinking, what's the difference? There's a lot of difference. Right now, this is shot in 30 frames per second. Check this video out that's shot in 30 frames. 60 frames a second. Sorry about that. Ready? Now you're thinking, Zach, Android's done this a lot of times. Android's done this. Android's done a fantastic job. I have nothing against Android. A lot of people, what they're stuck on is Apple is just another version of Android. A lot of people don't realize is, yeah, the outside might be similar to the Android as well, but internally, it's a completely different system. With that new A11 Bionic chip, it is the fastest processor in a smartphone right now. Here's my last Geekbench score when I actually ran the single core and multi-core processors. I love it so much. And a lot of people as well, when they go from the 7 to the 8, if you're just your advent iPhone user, you just check your text message, just check Facebook, just check your emails. You're not gonna notice a lot of difference. But if you're somebody like me who has their entire lives built in the iPhone, finances, texting, social media, stocks, all that fun stuff, incredibly faster. It's amazing the difference between the 7 and the 8. Completely different. And I know what you're thinking, why didn't I wait for the iPhone 10? It's obviously so much better. Biggest thing is, it is the fantastic idea, the full bezel-less display, 5.8 inches. Wow, this phone is physically smaller, 8 Plus, and slightly bigger than the 8, but bigger screen than the 7 Plus. What could go wrong? But then I started thinking about the actual 10 and the concept and stuff like that. The aspect ratio on the 10 is slightly different from all the normally built phones from Android and Apple. So the things are either going to be like smaller content or cropped because the new notch. And so that's kind of a big thing for me, like why have a bigger screen if it's going to be smaller or not, or like cropped. And I could be completely wrong because it's not technically released yet. This is just based off of a lot of things and articles I've read. And not just that, everyone who's really focused on having your battery percentage in the top right of your phone, so you know exactly what your battery is at, you can't have that anymore on the 10. Some people, it's not an issue. To others, it is. The biggest thing, reason why I chose the 8 Plus rather than the 10 is the Touch ID. I'm so used to just hitting that button and just unlocking the iPhone, or not even hitting the button, just putting my thumb on the phone and it unlocks it. The new Face ID is seamless though. You just look at it and just swipe up and it unlocks. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know if I'm used to, or I'm not sure if I'm ready to transition from having the button to unlock to having to swipe to unlock. I can see myself getting used to it. I think I'm more going to wait until next year's model. Just like a brand new car, a brand new phone, brand new design for any kind of concept, there's bound to be flaws. Just like everything else, the next year, the newer model is the improved version. So I'm looking to wait until next year to get the new and improved iPhone 10. Speak to an Apple representative in regards to the 10 and what he thought about it. He was saying all these great things about it because it is a great phone. Like, it's the phone of the future. He was saying it's the warm-up model to next year's newer, improved model. That's why I chose the 8 Plus for now, and then next year I'll just get the new improved version. In that time, I hope I don't regret it, just because I'm gonna be watching a lot of videos and making sure I keep up to date on the 10 when it is actually released. Not just that, with a new battery, it might be a bit smaller than the predecessor, the 7 Plus. It's faster and it lasts longer. I would say my battery is fantastic. I can use it all day using games, streaming videos, talking on the phone, and it's lasted me a long time. I know right out of the box, turning on the phone, I wanted to try to make it die fast so I can test the battery as well so I can charge it. It took 39 hours to get from 100% to 6% so I can charge it. But it was really late at night and I wasn't going to not charge it because I had to wake up in the morning and go to work and I didn't want my alarm to not go off, so I plugged it in. But the fantastic thing is though, usually after the first charge for a lot of mobile devices, they kind of start slowing down a little bit, not the iPhone 8. iPhone 8 and 8 Plus battery is so amazing that I've gone 2 days straight without having to charge my battery. And to someone who uses it a lot, that's really saying something. Another thing I really like with the new Apple devices, the 8 and 8 Plus, is augmented reality. Yeah, augmented reality is not new. The new features on the new Apple devices give it a more realistic feel to it. You can actually detect the floor and actually make sure when you put the game or whatever you're playing down, the app or mobile game, it'll just stick right there and you can move around it, zoom in, zoom out, and just mess with it, change it. You can interact with it, and that's always fun. Here's a little clip I made a while back of me actually playing the game Machines. That was featured on Apple's keynote made by Direct. Sorry about the quality of that. One of them was shot like way in the morning in my kitchen floor when I was trying to get ready for work, and the other one was done in a public building floor, just kind of testing it out, see how large I can make the map. And you can actually make the map really large. It's not just featured with that game. I've had Sky Guide, which is amazing too, where you can just point your camera, look through it, and look to the sky, and it gives you live feedback on the constellations, on comments, on stars. What my favorite thing is, I can actually get updates when a satellite is actually overhead and it's actually very visible. I get little notifications, 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 I get little notifications. Oh, the International Space Station is above my head. Let's run outside and go check it out. Like, just like this video right here. That just blows my mind. I love that, and if you're like me who loves looking at the stars, you would love it too. There's so many different augmented reality games and apps out there now. It's just coming out one after another. If you have an augmented reality game or app that you want me to try, please let me know. Another thing I like doing is when you're in a new area and you know when you're driving, you always want to pull up your GPS, but you never actually know what lane to be in, because sometimes some traffic like really weird, like when there's like 5 lanes, 8 lanes, 2 lanes. 2 lanes are a bit easier. It won't say which lane to be in, so you don't know exactly how the roads go. Because sometimes it's just a one-time road where you can't actually turn right or turn left or something like that. Well, the new maps update, it actually gives you lane by lane directions. So after you turn onto a road, it'll tell you something like, hey, you need to be in this lane because in this many feet you're actually going to be turning left, or in this many feet going this lane because the way the road is made up, it's going to fork this way or something like that. Which I guess if you look at the signs, you can just do that too, but a lot of people who are new to an area don't actually know where to look. I think it would be very helpful. To sum it up, I think iPhone 8 and 8 Plus might look similar to the 7 and 7 Plus, but it's on a whole nother level. It's an amazing device. It's going to work out. The 10, the 8, the 8 Plus, it's going to work out, and it is worth upgrading if you haven't yet. If you want to wait for the 10, you go right ahead. That's a fantastic idea. After you get it, let me know how you like it. It's really worth it. And the fact is that technology these days is just improving more and more every day. We have supercomputers in our pockets, and that's just mind-blowing. So I remember a long time ago when I was younger, we got our first like big old computer, like, you know, those big boxes. I didn't know how to work it, and I was just given a manual, plop, right in front of me, and said, put this together. I'm like, I don't know how. It said, read this. And so I read it, went through it, plugged everything in, got it to work. And I thought that was amazing because just by doing those little things, it got it to work. And going from then to now, this is the reason why I love technology. It's advancing so much, and what we can do is making our lives easier. And that's amazing. That's the only word I can kind of think. I've been saying it a lot, but it's amazing. I'm gonna keep saying it. Well, that's it I have for today, you guys. If there was something I didn't bring up in this video that you really wanted to know about or have questions for, definitely let me know. I'm trying this new thing where I'm just making this review video. I'm talking with some friends more about it, because I used to make videos a long time ago, but that was more like gaming. Just never really have time to do things these days, being going to work, coming home, help out with the little one, and then just doing life. And so I don't really have time, so especially before when I was trying to upload videos, I didn't have like any Wi-Fi signal. So my whole process, the way it worked is I'd have my phone or tablet hooked up to my MacBook, which I actually have right now, so I can actually see myself knowing I'm centered and stuff. The way it would happen is I'd have my game on my phone or my tablet, have my MacBook record my game screen. It could only be in portrait mode. If it was anything that switched, it would stop my recording. And then I'd have my MacBook 2012 edition recording my face and my audio. I have my headphones recording a whole second audio. After I was done, I would sync everything to my MacBook, which took a while because I didn't have signal. I tried to sync everything together, do some editing, and then I would export it in at least good enough quality to my phone, which took hours on end on its own. And then from there, I'd use my phone's signal, and where I was at the time, I had no service. I do a little bit of editing on there, making the thumbnail, doing all that fun stuff, and try to upload it to YouTube there. That took about 8 hours to 10 hours to do. Crazy. Now that I'm a little more settled, I have great Wi-Fi, and I have a newer phone with a great processor. It's a 6-core. It renders within like a minute or two. And so everything's gonna be a lot faster now. So I was thinking maybe I can do maybe a video once a week. If you have any ideas, maybe I can do like review videos, reviews and stuff, or just technology, or even go back to gaming. Just let me know, because I know it doesn't seem like it, because I've done this about, I think it's my third time now, where I make videos, I stop completely maybe for a year, make videos, stop again for a year. So I'm not trying to make it seem redundant. This is definitely something I find joy to do. I think it's fun, and I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. You guys have a great day. Till next time.